Hello, comic book guys and gals, and welcome to Comic Mag Musings. This fella's your host, Bill Miller, and this is my lovely co-host, Mrs. Musings. So the lawyers have finished the renegotiation of the appearance fee, and she is back with us for another CGC unboxing. Now this was 25 books we sent in eons ago, over a year ago, and we got it back recently. We will turn it into 3 videos in the essence of time. The last one we did 2 videos. They ran a little bit too long, so we'll do 3 videos this time. 8 books in this one, 8 in the next, and 9 in the third. All right, as always, both Mrs. Musings and I predicted the grades prior to sending them in for pressing and cleaning and subsequent grading at CGC. So we will see which of us was closer to the actual assigned grade from CGC. I have them all written down, so we're going to go ahead and get started showing and telling. All right, first we have Machine Man issue number 1. Let's see, let me track that one down. It's eluding me. There it is. All right, so I predicted a 9.6 and Mrs. Musings predicted a 9.4. So let's see who was closer to the actual grade. Oh, before we do, we got Machine Man number 1, Marvel Comics, April of 1978. This is Jack Kirby story, Jack Kirby, Mike Royer art, Jack Kirby and Frank Giacoia cover. And on the back, you can make money and get prizes. What do they have you doing? Slinging seeds. All right, so I predicted 9.6, Mrs. Musings predicted 9.4. Survey says, wow, 7.5. That's by far the worst we've ever done. I will have to check the notes on that. There has to be something that would contribute to such a dramatic difference in grade prediction and actual grade earned. All right, so we got Machine Man number 1. 7.5 white pages. All right, next up. What do we got? Looks like Thor. Was that 705?
Correct.
All right, where's that at? Okay. Now, we predicted both of these after having gotten a set of books back that came in higher than we expected. So we went a little bit more liberal with our grade predictions since then. So far that seems to have worked out, but the first time we got a box back after that, the grades were lower across the board than what we predicted. So we'll see if this is a harbinger of what's to come or if that was an outlier. So we have Mighty Thor number 705, Marvel Comics, May of 2018. Death of Thor, Dr. Jane Foster. And this is the Lau variant cover. And that is, of course, I believe that is Art Germ, right? So, Mighty Thor 705, we both predicted a 9.4. And the actual grade we got is a 9.4. All right. Wouldn't mind have been wrong on the lower end of the scale, but we were both right. Mighty Thor, 705, 9.4. Now this is one of my favorite books of all time. This is Micronauts #1. I predicted a 9.6. Mrs. Musings predicted a 9.8. So let's see. We've got Micronauts #1. Marvel Comics, January of 1979. First appearance of Baron Karza and Bug. Bill Mantlow's story, Michael Golden and Joe Rubenstein art, Dave Cockrum and Al Milgrom cover. And on the back, we've got the Lego, is that the Builder series? Tis. All right, so Micronauts, issue #1. And the grade is not very good. 9.0. Boy, we did not do good on this batch thus far. All right, Micronauts #1, 9.0, white pages. All right, next up, Sensational She-Hulk #1. All right, for this we both predicted a 9.6. And this is Sensational She-Hulk #1, Marvel Comics, May of 1989. Origin of She-Hulk retold, Ringmaster, Circus of Crime, and Headman appearance. John Byrne's story and cover. John Byrne and Bob Wiacek art. All right, and on the back we've got that Schwinn bicycle advertisement. So Sensational She-Hulk #1, we both predicted a 9.6, and the real grade is an 8.0. Wow. This is, like I said, by far the worst we've ever done. Something must have happened. Either something I missed on the inside that was really bad, because just looking at it, there's no staining, there's none of the usual suspects for such an incredible grade discrepancy. Let me mark that down. All right, next up, we've got Something is Killing the Children, #16. It's Boom Studios, May of 2021. First full appearance of Jessica Slaughter. Origin of Erica Slaughter begins. Variant cover, Virgin cover. And James Tynion, not the third, not the fifth, but the fourth story. Werther Dell'Edera art, Jenny Frison cover. And on the back, an advertisement for the same series. All right. So the Virgin cover of Something is Killing the Children, issue #16. Where are we at? I predicted a 9.6. Mrs. Musings predicted a 9.8. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a 6.5. But let's see what we got. Gotta hold it straight. Is a 9.6. So unfortunately, I was closer on this one. All right, this is X-Men, what is that, 211. All right, let me find that rascal. Is this the last one?
No, we have 2 more.
Gotcha. Don't see it. There it is. Okay. For this one, I predicted a 9.6, and Mrs. Musings predicted a 9.8. This is Uncanny X-Men number 211, Marvel Comics, November of 1986. First full appearance of the Marauders. Chris Claremont story, Romita Jr., Blevins, and Williamson art, John Romita Jr. and Bob Wiacek cover. And on the back, we have Sportacular free sports equipment for you and your team, courtesy of Skittles and Starburst. All right, now if I get closer in totality to the assigned grades, Mrs. Musings promised that I would be able to get lots and lots and lots of Golden Age comic books, whatever my heart desire. So keep your fingers crossed for me. All right. Survey says 9.6. All right, a good grade. I wish Mrs. Musings would have been right. But being right is the cross I've had to bear in life for many a year. Unfortunately, it's a path best tread alone. A lonely path, one that I've traveled many a year. But I have the strength and the courage to stick with it. Oh, there we go. Okay, yes. So, what is this? White Pages, Uncanny X-Men 211, 9.6. All right, do you want to read the next one, dear?
Nope.
What is this? Oh, this is Ice Cream Man. Number 20. We both predicted a 9.8. So let's see. Ice Cream Man number 20, Image Comics, November of 2020. Local Comic Shop Day Edition. Green Eggs and Ham cover homage. And just to be clear, it's homage or it's homage. It's not homage. A lot of people say that wrong. All right. W. Maxwell print story. Martin Morazzo and Chris O'Halloran cover and art. The back is just orange, but it's a very, very cool comic. A cool cover, one that is certainly reminiscent of Dr. Seuss. None of these thus far, by the way, are ones that we're going to keep. We will sell all of them. If one comes up that's going to stay in the personal collection, I'll shout that one out. So, the actual grade is a 9.8. All right, so we got that one. White Pages, I'm sure it's a new comic. There we go. And this is the last one, right?
Correct.
All right. Ooh, that's a cool one. We've got a Conan. This is Conan the Barbarian number 1. Marvel Comics, March of 2019. Conan the Barbarian number 276. That's the legacy numbering. This is the Acuna variant cover. This is one that we will be keeping. Jason Aaron story, Mahmoud Asrar art. Sure, that's not right. Daniel Acuna cover. On the back, it's Marvel Strike Force, which I think is some type of video game. All right. So, Conan the Barbarian number 1, the 2019 series. Did I say what? I predict a 9.6. Mrs. Musings predicted a 9.8. Survey says We're both wrong. It is a 9.4. Well, too bad, but it's still wonderful. And as I said before, this is the one out of the 8 that we are keeping. So very pleased with that. And that will do it for the CGC book unboxing, the mystery grade reveal that we have done for today. I hope you enjoyed seeing them. And if you did, I would encourage you to subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you're alerted as soon as I drop new red hot content. Thumbs up and comments are always appreciated. Remember, we're taking over the world one comic book at a time.